So I have a couple screenshots from a couple books here.
Okay.
These are a couple, two books. So we have Trans Bodies, Trans Cells. Have you guys heard of this one?
Nope.
No.
We have record of it being removed and in high schools all across the country. This is called Trans Bodies, Trans Selves, referring to transgenderism. And in this book, this is a photo right here. These are blurred out, but these are little, model penises, basically. Those are blurred out wieners. And then this is a seemingly naked transgender individual in the book. Actually, in the book, okay, and you can either agree with this or disagree with this, instructs youth on how to find and make pornography in this book. Okay. There's photos of naked individuals that are trans.
They're not in my school library and they're not in my public library.
So we have no problem with these being removed from school libraries. Is that correct?
It's not an issue. I'm not interested in it.
Issue. Okay. This person's naked. Let's say it's in high school. Should students have access to a book like that?
If it's going to help them in their lives in high school, yes. A child who is thinking, am I trans, am I not trans, might want to think about, well, what would my body be like?
In a part of it, they instruct youth on how to find and make pornography. Do you believe that that should be allowed in high schools, public high school libraries?
The overall point of this is the kids need to have resources to help them through
Correct.
the difficult period of time in their lives.
Correct.
And censoring these books is not helpful.
These are tough questions. But I'm very liberal.
Yeah, you're very liberal. Is this a left or right issue,
I
having this in schools?
High school kids should be able to handle that. By the time they get to high school, they should have been exposed to all that.
So by the time they get to high school, they should be exposed to naked transgender individuals in books?
Well, it depends on the community where they're from. You know, like your rural areas, like up in the hillside, probably not exposed to all that.
So could
But
you...
if they're more, urban, like the city, they're all exposed to that.
Do you believe that that is age appropriate for even high school? What do you think?
No. I don't even want to look at it.
You should feel safe sending your children to school. This is not safe. This is not safe for children to see.
This is pornographic. Pornography can exist in images, it can be cartoon and illustration animation, and it can also be in explicit texts. And so having graphic literature and content is not appropriate for schools.
It's not something that is necessary for kids to have. I'm 38 years old, and not that long ago I was in school, and we didn't have anything like that, and we turned out just fine.
Yeah.
So I think there's a deliberate push to make people think that we need to be more sexual with our children as far as discussing it. But I don't think it's a focus that should be had.
Tracy and I have both found hundreds of sexually explicit books in our children's library. I found
Within your school district?
Yes, at my son's high school, my son's middle school, and even in my twins' elementary school, there's gendered transition books. And when I asked for those just to be moved to an age-appropriate place, not banned, we get shut down. So all of the books are pretty much still there. So we're definitely not banning books. If a parent wants to go out and buy these books themselves on Amazon or go to Walmart, they are more than welcome to do that. But we don't think that our taxpayer dollars should be paying for those books, especially when they're sexually explicit and age inappropriate.
When it comes down to taxpayer-funded schools, public schools, is that something that maybe people should be dealing with in their own personal lives and not at their publicly funded school, or no?
No, I don't think so. I think that the schools are responsible to help our children grow and adjust, all of our children, and adjust to being in the real world. When I was a young man, which was many, many years ago, we had Playboy. We learned it through Playboy.
Did you have it in school?
I'm sorry. How is this different?
Did you have it in school?
No, we did not have it in school. But
that would be how it's different.
Yeah,